Hey everybody, it's Phil from Zaid Comics, the writer and co-creator of Magic Cop, which is a graphic novel. Zaid Comics is launching on Indiegogo in August, and just one half of the two best-looking brothers in all of comics. And today we're doing another comic review in the Shazam series, and this is Shazam number 5. I have the variant cover here, and we're actually going to do the video a little differently than my past comic reviews. Me talking here and editing in some of the pages so you guys can enjoy the cool art. So this comic book takes place, right where the last one left off. I did do a review for issues 1 through 3, and then 4 on its own, and then this is the 5th one. So check those out before you watch this one. Um, and yeah, so we start off right at the Rock of Eternity. Black Adam has just shown his face here to see where the Marvel family is, Billy Batson and all of his brothers and sisters, and he realizes that they have explored the 7 magic lands, and he actually uses this the blood of this reptile he finds in the floor, just wandering around the Rock of Eternity, to seek out where Billy Batson is, so we could stop him from an outbreak or a big fight happening between the Magic Lands that will destroy all of magic, um, Earth itself, and importantly to Black Adam, his country of Kahndaq. So he uses the blood to find Billy Batson, and this is the first time we actually see seemingly what is the true name of the Funlands, which he calls the realm of lost and foolish children and dark secrets. So maybe that's Black Adam, putting the realm down, or seemingly from the last issue, what we see, and in this issue, what we see the Funlands actually is, that is very factual, being a very dismal place. And Black Adam races off to maybe save the Marvel family, but as before the page 4 and or page 3 ends, he says he's going to destroy Billy Batson before he wreaks havoc on the Magic Lands and destroys the Earth. Then we pick up, we actually see the Magic Lands, and we get this really cool monologue from King Kid, saying how he's saving all of the Earth's lost children, and bringing them to the Funland to have a great childhood. But then until they turn 18, he then enslaves them for the rest of their lives until their final breaths. So really dramatic contrast on this page between the Funlands and what's going on underneath the Funlands, unbeknownst to all of the children, having to grow up being slaves, making all of the Funlands run. And we see him with Billy Batson as, Shazam, and he thinks he's an adult and a liar, saying that having King Kid tricked into believing that Billy was actually a child and all of the rest of his family were children. But when they say Shazam, they turn into adults. So he's mad about that. He has already enslaved Mary and has her, working the mines of the Funland. And they they have this kind of discussion where Billy wants to convince King Kid to release all of the children, but he says, I'm not going to do that. I'll release you and Mary if you give me the power of your lightning, and you give me the name that I could say to turn and have the wizard's magic and turn into a Shazam type hero. But he sees that he's not Billy can't reason with him, and so he tells him that he's just as bad as his own parents, enslaving all the rest of these children as they're adults, and he breaks free. We get this awesome page where he rips the chain and metal off of Mary's face, and she says Shazam, and when you turn the page, wow, Mary Marvel. I don't know if she's looked cooler. The splash page, the smoke up in the air, her hair flying everywhere, her very narcissistically saying, "I'm breathtaking," super sassy. Love that. That's really cool. And then we instantly switch over to some of the other family members in the game land. So we have Eugene and Pedro. We get to see Eugene's backstory, being a kid, really not having a lot of friends, so he finds his peace in video games and the entertainment and getting away from reality through this escapism that is video games, and him loving that pastime, and really saying that it's all come full circle to this moment where he's in the game lands and he's going to beat the games master to get 1,000,000 points so he can get out of there, reunite with the rest of the Marvel family. And a little transaction happens where he tries to pay off a ref to get a card so he can actually enter the games, but that lowers his points, so he can't even enter it. And now Pedro has to, even though he's nervous. And then also, like I said in the past issue, Geoff Johns really separated the family so he could explore all of the magic, or most of the magic lands, in a short amount of time. So this not only being a Shazam book, it's a team family book. So you have the different family members in the different realms. We have Darla and Freddy here in the Wildlands being on trial for being humans and actually sentenced to death by tigers. And we see a little interaction later between where in the Wildlands humans are hated and outlawed because they were rushed, pushed out of the city into the forests. And but what's even hated more than that are tigers. So tigers are they're what they keep in their zoos, and they're looked upon as beasts and uncivilized people. So we get in the predicament here where Freddy and Darla are about to be ripped apart by these tigers in the Wildlands. We have Eugene and Freddy being caught on a different, of being caught in on a level of the game in the game lands that they're not supposed to be on, because Eugene has not enough points to be on that level. So the refs are trying to intervene there and arrest them. And it says take them to the trash bin, which is kind of funny, kind of like a computer system. And Mary Marvel in this awesome action pose with Shazam kicking some tiny clown Oompa Loompa butt here. All the while, Black Adam is rushing through the subway between the Rock of Eternity and the Magic Lands, and he could feel Billy Batson really close, but he gets zapped by a bolt of lightning. And as you turn the page, you realize that Dr. Savannah and Mr. Mind, which you can't see Mr. Mind because he's in his head right now, have shot down Black Adam. Now, Geoff Johns planted Dr. Savannah and Mr. Mind in, I think, maybe it was issue 1 or 2. They were trying to get some magic artifacts to actually hunt down Shazam. And we could see here Savannah trying to bargain with Black Adam. You're either going to join me or you're going to be killed. Those are your two options. And the badass Black Adam looks at him and says, I want the third option, where I rip your head off, basically. And that's how that issue wraps up. I love the book ending with Black Adam at the beginning and the end, and having the family arc in between. These Shazam issues are really quick reads, but they pack a lot of info in there, and they're fun. You don't feel burdened by reading Geoff Johns' writing when he's writing Shazam, because it's a fun story. And this one seems to be, wrapping up, closing the arc, ending the issue brilliantly, where each of the family members is kind of in peril. And even Black Adam now it has some risk where they're introducing the wild card of Dr. Savannah, who hasn't been in the series at all, just at the beginning with the glimpse of him in the doctor's office ripping the doctor's tongue out. So let me know what you guys thought. The book is super cool. Pick this one up. I'm definitely, gonna be doing more reviews. I loved the movie, and if you guys enjoy the movie, pick up this series. It's only on issue 5, so if you go to a comic shop, you could probably find some reprints, or they might still have them hanging around. And I'm not sure when the trade's going to come out. I'm saying this story arc will probably wrap up in the next 2 or 3 issues, and they'll put out the trade of it, the collection. But like I said, the movie and this series that's happening right now, they are going along. They coincide together. So all the family members, the same exact family members, their personalities are right on point with the characters in the movie. So if you're a fan of the movie, definitely pick up the book. And if you're a fan of the book, go see the movie. The movie was, it exploded out of my expectations. It's amazing. You guys got to see it. It's a great superhero flick. So if you like this video, give us a like and comment. Let us know what you guys are thinking, what you guys want to see more of. If you like this new style of comic review with me standing talking to you all and putting up these images here, if you guys aren't subbed, please subscribe to us. We try to get some great content out to all of you, our viewers, and talk about the comics we're working on, as I'm a writer and my brother is an artist for comics that we're creating. And hit that notification button so you know when we are putting out some new videos. So thanks for watching, everyone, and we will see you next time.
Good news, everybody. Zaid Comics has its own newsletter, and if you subscribe to it, you'll be notified exactly when Magic Cop goes live on Indiegogo for our graphic novel crowdfunding campaign. Now, if you back the campaign and are part of the newsletter, you'll get some exclusive content that's not available for the other backers. In addition to this, we're putting out a pilot issue called Magic Cop Karaoke Express. Now, it's a 12-page ash can that's coming out on Free Comic Book Day, but if you're part of the newsletter, then you'll be able to read it a day early. Now, look for the link down in the description below